A saying I heard about a year or so ago was hike more, worry less. This saying has a lot of truth in it that I've started to use as my own personal motto. Hiking can be both physically and mentally rewarding. But something that should always be taken seriously is safety in hiking. It's important to know what to bring and how to use it, and what to do in situations when things don't go the way you wanted them to be planned. So, knowing what to bring and how to make hiking more safe for you and everyone around you can make the experience more fun and more rewarding for everyone involved. So first, I'm going to tell you what to bring and how to properly prepare to hike beforehand. Then I'm going to tell you how to safely enjoy yourself. And then last, I'm going to tell you why it's important to know any of this to begin with. Now that we've figured out what this whole thing is going to be about, let's get started. First, let's discuss what it takes to hike to begin with. Two of the most important things you can do before you go hiking, according to the American Hiking Society, is check the weather conditions and tell someone where you're going to go and how long you're going to be there, and about a rough estimate of when you think you're going to be back. Regarding the weather, be wary of rain chances and always pack rain gear, rain jackets, all of that stuff. And if the rain chances are too high, make sure you choose wisely on whether you should go hiking or not. On sunny days, you also need to check the UV levels. When it comes to UV levels, even on cloudy days, the sun rays can get you, so wear lots of sunscreen. Letting someone know where you go and how long you're going to be is very important, mainly because if something happens to you along the trail and nobody else is around, if you don't come back or show back up when you said you were going to, they can always call the ranger station and let them know that you were supposed to be here and you're not here, this is where you said you were going to be, all that kind of stuff. And if you decide to go somewhere else, make sure you tell someone where you're going, so that way they'll know where to look for you if something does happen. Some things you should always bring with you, according to Tim Ernest on page 18 in his Arkansas Hiking Trails Volume 3 book, is to include a map of the trail, a first aid kit, pocket knife, lots of water, snacks, and a trash bag to put them in so you're not littering, a whistle, rain jacket, and obviously insect repellent. Now, this list can vary depending on the time that you go during the day, the time of year that you go, if you go on a day hike, overnight hike, or just a leisure trip. So depending on those, the gear you take will vary. Now that we've established the essentials and how to prepare, it's time to go enjoy yourself. Having fun hiking is the big thing when it comes to hiking. Sometimes the trails that no one knows about are the ones that have little unique things that people like. Me and my friends like to go to a place called Emerald Park in North Little Rock, Arkansas. It rests on the Arkansas River behind Pulaski Technical College, and it's just a hidden nook that not really very many people know about. They kind of do now, but at the time no one really knew about it. It has plenty of views from the downtown to the east, and then to Pinnacle Mountain and the Two Rivers Bridge to the west. It rests on some bluffs, and there's some streams and some man-made waterfalls that are perfect when it's rained a lot. Other trails, like trails people know about and the ones that are upkept by National Park Service or State Park Services, are still great and probably a little safer. Cedar Falls at Petty Jean State Park is one of my absolute favorites. It's just outside of Moultons. It's a simple hike on the way down, and it leads to a great waterfall when there's tons of rain. It's also a great swimming spot, and also has a bridge that crosses the stream that's really cool as well. The hike down is simple and not very strenuous, but on the way back it is kind of hard. So I would suggest lots of water and a couple of breaks, and if you do that, even your grandma can get up it. Now that we've learned what to do and what to bring and where to go, why is this all even important? While hiking is definitely fun, it's really fun if you're safe and do it safely. Personally, I'm always one to wander off the trail and just to see what's kind of off the trail. Because you never know what could be there. It could be a hidden pond, a hidden cave, a hidden waterfall even. You just never know. But you have to take these things with a grain of salt. When you wander off the trail, you do run the risk of getting lost. When you run off the trail, you do run the risk of falling or doing something you probably shouldn't be doing because you do that. So always be sure to stay on the trail. Don't follow my example. Even the most experienced hiker can get into some trouble. Just because you know the trail by the back of your hand doesn't mean something can't go wrong. I've had plenty of friends who've gotten seriously injured because they've gone off the trail because they know the trail as well as you think they would know. I've also had a friend lose a life because she thought she knew what she was doing, and just like I said, just because you know the trail by the back of your hand doesn't mean something can't go wrong. So to make things more fun and more enjoyable for everyone around you, including family, friends, just random people around you, always just be safe, follow the rules, and make sure you bring the proper things with you. So something I hope you've learned out of this is how important hiking safety is. Being prepared beforehand is the most important thing, as well as researching where you're going and what you need to do, what you need to bring, etc. Hiking can hold so many hidden things, and it's always a wonderful idea if you're ever bored at home. Hiking is great. Safety should always come first as well. Something fun should not risk anyone's life or your own, and it shouldn't take that either. Hiking is supposed to be made for fun and to enjoy nature, not the other one. So, if you know what to bring, and you know how to be safe, and you follow that, hiking will always be fun. At the end of the day, watching the sunset on the top of a mountain after a long day of hiking and hanging out with friends and family is more rewarding when it's safe and not safe.